I'm going to show you a non-generic quarantine workout program specific to your level, and we're starting right now. Welcome to FitFessor. In the previous video, I gave you an overview of which exercises should and should not be done and the reasoning behind it. We will pick from a variety of exercises and choose one that is hard enough for you to limit you to doing 10 reps in one go. Now, I know many of you don't know which level you're at, so we will do this. Start from the easiest one and start doing reps. If after doing 10 reps you still have more in the tank, rest for 5 minutes so that you're fresh and test the next progression. Keep doing this until you find a variation that you cannot do more than 10 repetitions of. That will be your exercise of choice. Next, you will set an alarm for every hour on the hour until you have 10 alarms in total. For example, if you start at 12 at noon, it will be 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 p.m. This is 10 alarms. At each alarm, you will do half of the maximum repetitions that you were able to do of that exercise. This way, you will accumulate 10 sets of quality reps throughout the day. You will do this 6 days a week, and on the 7th day, you rest. That could be like starting on a Monday, working out throughout the week, and on Sunday, taking a rest day. On the next day after the rest day, which in this case is a Monday, you will again test the maximum number of repetitions you can do and go up in progression or add reps. Here's an example. Let's say I started from the easiest progression, the wall push-ups. I could do more than 10 reps on the wall push-ups. The same for the incline push-ups. The same for knee push-ups. And the same for the negative positive knee push-ups. Then I get to a normal push-ups and I see that I can still do 11 reps, which is still more than 10. So for the next one, I will try my maximum repetitions on the decline push-up. Let's say on the decline push-ups, I got only 8 repetitions, which is less than 10. So I pick this as my default workout. Then I will set up 10 alarms spaced out throughout the day. And at each alarm, I will do only one set of half of the repetitions that I was maximally capable of. In this case, I could do only 8. So half of that is 4. Assuming I started on Monday, I will do a total of 10 sets of 4 repetitions every day leading up to Sunday when I rest. On the next day, which is a Monday, I will test my maximum decline push-ups again. And let's say I got 11 reps, which is awesome. I just made progress. Next day on Monday, I will test my max again and see how many reps I can do. Let's say I could do 12 decline push-ups now, which is perfect. But because 11 is more than 10, I have to go up in progression. Now I will test my maximal reps in the next progression of the exercise, which is in this case a knee archer push-ups. Let's say I got 6 reps per arm. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So every hour I will do one set of 3 reps for a total of 10 sets of 3 reps this time. I will keep doing this every day until the next Sunday, on which I rest. Next day on Monday, I will test again, and let's say to my delight, I got 10 repetitions per each arm. Well, 10 is still not less than 10, so technically I'm not going up the progression. 10 divided by 2 is 5, so I will do 10 sets of 5 reps every day until the next Sunday, which I rest, and the next Monday I test again. I'm doing 12 reps now of the knee archer push-ups, so it's time to progress to normal archer push-ups. In a minute, we will hit the deck to see how the exercises are done, but now for the number and logic junkies like myself, let's say why we pick the exercises that we're picking. Every variety that we do allows us to manipulate the weight distribution in a way that we are able to do that exercise. So just for a generic push-up, the amount of weight that you're actually carrying is going to be different based on where you place your hands and where you place your legs, and also how many of your limbs, in this case your arms, you're using. Let's look at all of these in a graph. If you place your hands on a bench that is 48 inches high, you will be carrying only 9% of your weight. So for a 200-pound person like myself, I will be carrying a total of 18 pounds, which is 9 pounds per arm. Now, if we change the height to 36 inches, the weight distribution will be 20%, which is 40 pounds total and 20 pounds per arm. Moving to a 24-inch bench, the weight distribution goes to 38%. And then on a 12-inch bench, it will go up to 55%. The knee push-ups allow you to carry 49% of your weight. A normal push-up will give you 67% of your weight. If you place your feet on something that is 12-inch high, you will be carrying 70%. For 24-inch high, you will be carrying 73%. For 36, you will be carrying 75%. And for 48, you will be carrying 78%. Now on knee archer push-ups, you will still be carrying 49% of your weight, but you're almost only using one arm. Let's say that one arm is doing 85% of the work. So you are in total carrying 98 pounds if you're 200 pounds, but you're carrying 83 pounds with one arm. For archer push-ups, that's 67%, which means I will be carrying 140 pounds and 119 pounds of it will be lifted with only one of my arms. And then in the ultimate one-arm push-ups, you're still carrying 67% of your weight, in which case for me it will be 140 pounds total and 140 pounds per arm. Now the maximum I can do in the one-arm push-ups is 4 repetitions, which makes sense because back when I was in the gym, the maximum I could do for 4 repetitions in a bench press was 123 kilos, which would work out to about the same weight. Now let's go and see the exercises and how they're done. Now I normally don't like doing knee push-ups because they do not resemble the position of a normal push-ups. In normal push-ups, we would like to stay straight like a plank, and doing knee push-ups makes this difficult. Let's see an example. So in a normal push-up, I will be straight and then I will come down all the way and go up while staying straight. But if I start from a knee push-up, I might just start where my knee is and then put it on the ground. Then going down would create this awkward stance. And as you can see, I'm not carrying my body weight. So what we do to fix that is we start from plank position, straighten our body, then we put our knees down. And now, as you can see, I can execute it perfectly. Let's see it from the side. I start straight. It is very important to keep your elbows tucked in at all times, because if you flare them out, it's unhealthy for your shoulders. Let's see that. Tucked in on the way down, tucked in on the way up. Now sometimes when you get tired, you do this, which is already hurting my shoulders. And let's see what the reason is. So I want you to take your arm like this and just press it in the air. Now I want you to do this with your arm and kind of exaggerate it. You can feel the tightness in your shoulder. This is your tendon getting impinged. It's a recipe for shoulder impingement. Okay, so like we don't want to do bench presses like this, we tuck it in and do bench presses like this, the same exact way for the push-ups. We don't want to do like this. We want to keep our elbows tucked in. When you get to a level that you can do more than 10 reps in a knee push-up, we will graduate to an intermediate exercise that links you from the knee push-ups to normal push-ups. To know about the reasoning of this exercise, we first need to know some basic information about muscle contraction. Okay, I'm back with the tank top so that I can demonstrate some stuff to you. We have 3 kinds of muscle contraction. The first contraction type is called concentric, or also referred to as positive. A concentric contraction is when your muscle shortens when it's carrying a load. So it's lifting the weight and shortening. As you can see, my bicep is long now, and as I'm lifting the imaginary weight here, it's shortening. So this is concentric. The second part is called isometric. And isometric means that your muscle size is staying constant, but you're under load. So let's say I'm carrying a heavy weight in my arm. I cannot lift it up, but I'm giving it my all, and I'm contracting without my bicep changing in size. On isometrics, you're 20 to 30% stronger than your concentric strength. The third type is called eccentric, or also referred to as the negative. That is when your muscle is getting longer under a load. So let's say I have a weight here, I have a dumbbell in my arm, and it's too heavy for me to hold, okay? So I am just resisting the dumbbell going down, but as you can see, my bicep is getting longer and longer. So this is an eccentric contraction. And in the eccentric part of the lift, you are 75% stronger than a concentric part. And eccentric is what tears the muscles the most, and it's also the most anabolic, meaning it will create you the most muscle. It also makes your tendons stronger. But there is a catch. You can't keep doing it because it's also much more demanding recovery-wise from your muscles and also from your nervous system. But because you can use it to an extent, in exercises that we cannot normally do, we will do only the eccentric portion to get strong enough to eventually be able to do the whole exercise, concentric and eccentric. So with that example, we want to be able to do a normal push-up, which looks like this. But like I said, we are 75% stronger here, but maybe we cannot lift ourselves up. So we will do the strong part. When you're on the ground, go on our knees and do the concentric. Now we are lifting less weight. So down, up, down, up. An important point is to do the eccentric slowly to actually allow it to work its magic. Because if you just eccentrically load yourself without resisting the gravity, you're actually not doing anything. So it will kind of look like this. And the concentric you can do very fast, and you should do very fast. So another. From the side. Perfect. When you're able to do more than 10 reps like this, you are ready for normal push-ups. All right, you finally made it to the push-ups. If you can do push-ups, you're officially strong, so congratulations. The form of the push-ups has almost everything in common with the other stuff that I've shown you. So I will just talk about a few points, and then we will mostly look at how the push-up is done incorrectly, because starting from this progression, when you get really comfortable, this is where you start cheating the most. So let's take a look at different angles. So plank position, everything tight, straight line, go down and forward, elbows in, push up. Okay. These are the correct versions. Now, mistakes that people usually make. We're always looking for ways to make stuff easier for us. So one of the ways that people make push-ups easier is not starting from plank position, not being in a straight line. This, try it for yourself. This changes the amount of weight you're carrying by a lot. This is much heavier than this. So this is not a push-up, okay? The same way, this reduces the range of motion and it's not a push-up. And it's actually very uncomfortable for your lower back. Another mistake that people do is they change their neck position in a way that their head touches the ground, and this shortens the range of motion. So that's another problem. Obviously, flaring the elbows is another problem. And one of the other problems is not holding your arms in a straight line. Let's say I start from here. This makes the exercise so much different. This puts a lot of pressure on your wrist. So make sure your wrists are stacked under your arms. And when you're going down, go forward. Instead of just coming down. You see the angle in my elbow now? Compare it with this. This and this. So don't make these mistakes and you will be on your way to progress even further. When you get strong enough that you can do more than 10 repetitions in a normal push-up, it's time to try the decline push-up. Now this will let you carry a bit more weight, but mostly it will be working your upper chest, like doing an incline bench press. So we put our feet on the chair and everything is the same as a normal push-up. The range of motion is a bit longer and we don't want to do this. We don't want to do this. This actually shortens our range of motion, as you can see, and it hurts our backs. When you can do more than 10 reps on this, it's time to go to the one-arm exercises. Now that you're officially strong, it's time to get super strong. So we graduate to one-arm exercises, but it is too sudden to immediately double the weight that we're putting on one arm. So we actually go on our knees this time to offload some of the weight that we're going to carry. This brings us to knee archer push-ups. The archer push-ups are better seen from this angle. So if you're filming yourself to see your form, which you should be, do it from this angle once and then compare it to the one that you're taking from the side. In order to do the archer push-ups, we need our hands much wider than a normal push-up. So we go to a plank, then to our knees, and we put our hands wider than our shoulder width, much wider than you think, and we actually point our fingers out. We will then push down, meeting the pushing arm while keeping our elbow tucked in, and then push up. And then we will repeat with the other arm. The pushing arm should be closer to us, and the other support arm is going to be far. Be careful not to flare your elbows out on this. When you can do more than 10 repetitions on this, we will move up to normal archer push-ups. Let's see them from the side too. So I'm in a plank position. I go to my knees. This is my pushing hand, so I just rotate it a bit, my thumb looking forward. This one is my support hand. All my fingers and thumb look the other way. I meet myself and come up. Meet myself, come up. Repeat with the other arm. Thumb looking forward, fingers looking away. Make sure not to do this. See, here you're not carrying much weight, and actually you're hurting your shoulder. Okay, now this is the last progression that is going to allow you to move up to the ultimate one-arm push-up. So, same logic as the knee archer push-up, and put your hands away. Repeat with the other arm. Thumb looking forward, the support hand's fingers looking away. The archer push-ups are also challenging for me. I can only do 11 of them per arm, so I will be doing the one-arm push-ups normally, of which I can do only 4 reps. I'm gonna rest for 5 minutes, and then I will be back with you. Okay, we're back for the one-arm push-up. This is the final progression in the push-up, and it's the hardest one to do. So let's get to doing it. For the one-arm push-ups, get to the plank position and put one arm behind your back. Open up your legs for better support. Then tighten everything, glutes, legs, abs, and come down. And up. When you go down, your chest should hit the deck. Let's see what is not a one-arm push-up, okay? Some people, to make it easier, they come here and they do this. Their nose touches the ground, their hips are up, so they're not carrying anything. I can do 1,000 reps like this. This is not a one-arm push-up. Some people do this. See? This arching the back. This is not a one-arm push-up. Let's see from the side. So, see, arching the back. This is not a push-up. This is not a push-up, okay? Okay, so let's see a correct push-up from the side. Wide legs. Get up. Make a plank. The other arm. Again, not this. This. So that's it for the push-up. For the lower body, we would usually use the squats, but I've already made another video that goes into enough detail, so I don't want to make this video longer than it already is. So if you want to see that video and also see more details about why we choose specific exercises and why we use only half of the reps that you can maximally do and why we do so many reps, you can go to this video and find out. So to recap, start with the easiest variation of the exercise and do the maximum reps that you can do. If you could do 10 or less, that would be your exercise for the week. Rest 5 minutes and then try the next progression of the exercise. Keep doing this until you find a variation of the exercise that limits you to doing only 10 reps. When you finally pick your exercise, set an alarm for every hour on the hour for 10 total alarms. That would be like 12 at noon and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 p.m. Each time the alarm rings, do one set of half of the repetitions that you could maximally do on your test on this specific exercise. Do this for 6 days, take the 7th day off, and on the next day, test your max again. If you got a new max which was still under 10 reps, take your new max as baseline and do half of the repetitions of this new max in the new week until you reach a place that you are able to do more than 10 repetitions of that variation of the exercise. When this happens, move up to the next progression and test that progression and pick whatever number max you could do, and also again cut it in half and start running out that progression until you're ready for the next progression. Rinse and repeat. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked the video and if it was helpful to you in any way, please gently tap on the like button because it really helps with YouTube showing my videos to more audience. And also, I would really like to know which progression did you choose, what level you're at. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss upcoming videos. And with that, see you next time.